Welcome to the Cauldron. We're serving up our thoughts about neurodivergent life, business ownership, and ADHD-friendly systems. Let's see what's bubbling today. Today we're talking about what is overstimulation.
Sometimes it's the quiet storm happening. It looks like complete calm. And a lot of times that's when I'm like, uh-oh. Because, that's the next level.
I think that overstimulation is kind of a joke on the internet right now. There's this girl that does the worst Gen Z girl with no personality, and she's like, I'm overstimmied right now.
Yeah.
I'm overstimmied. So I think that it's getting thrown around a lot, like the word is.
Yeah.
But not always explained very well, because I don't know that everybody knows what it means. Not everybody experiences it.
Correct. Or doesn't experience it the same way, of course. There's a range.
Right.
But it is used as this, I feel uncomfortable.
Right. And it's not necessarily I'm uncomfortable.
No.
I think a lot of people think of it as like, oh, it's just because it's too loud in here. That's why you're overstimulated. Or, oh, it's just because too many people are talking at once. But that's not necessarily what it is. I don't love talking about the nervous system because I feel like I'm not an expert on the nervous system.
Does it make you nervous?
It makes me nervous to talk about the nervous system because I'm not an expert. It's also very hot to talk about the nervous system right now. That's very hot.
Like on topic, or what do you mean?
On the internet. Everyone on the internet is
it?
talking about the nervous system.
We're in different parts of the internet.
Yeah, we are. We're in different parts of the internet. But everyone who's talking about neurodivergence, I feel like, is talking about the nervous system.
That's fair. Okay.
So I don't love talking about it, but I do think that overstimulation is like a nervous system response because your system has a threshold for input, and that threshold can change day to day.
Yeah.
And when you have too much sensory and or emotional and or cognitive information coming in at one time, you can hit capacity really quickly on that.
Is it your body warning you? Is it your body protecting itself? What is the overstimulation?
Well, it's like a shutdown.
Okay.
For me, it's like a shutdown. I think it can also manifest as like a meltdown, which I think is different from a shutdown. But basically, other people's brains can filter out or process information input. Other people's brains can ignore some input.
Like selective hearing?
Yeah. Well, but they don't, it's not a conscious thing. If you have all of this input coming in, other people's brains can filter some of it out and say, that's not important. I don't need to pay active attention to that. My brain can't do that. So everything that's happening, I'm conscious of it.
Yeah.
And that gets really overstimulating. What does overstimulation feel like? For me, it has a physical component and an emotional component.
Yeah.
So physically, the most common sensation I think I get when I'm overstimulated is I feel like my skin is crawling.
Okay.
I feel like I want to peel my skin off.
Yeah. You've said that a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then emotionally, I get really irritable.
Irritable, short.
Yeah, short.
It's
not angry.
It's a word.
Curt?
Yes.
Curt. And there's this urgency. It's almost like a panic. I need everyone to stop. I need everything to stop right now.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to freak out. So that's what it feels like for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get overstimulated?
Yes.
What does it feel like for you?
I think mine's more of the meltdown type. It is more of a dizzying overwhelm. I get hot and I feel myself losing the capacity to do things. And then all I can do is concentrate on the thing or things that are overstimulating.
Oh, that's all you can.
It's it. I am hyper aware is almost not enough to explain what's going through my head at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough.
Well, the thing is that it's not isolated to ADHD and autistic people. Anybody can get overstimulated. And I think a really common thing is new parents.
Oh, sure.
who get overstimulated when the baby won't stop crying.
Yeah. And you're tired.
And you're tired and you have all these other factors happening.
Yeah.
And it all sort of hits you at the same time and you can lose it because
Breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not exclusively a neurodivergent thing.
Sure.
But there are some, I think, specific factors that go into it being more prevalent in the neurodivergent experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a lower sensory threshold to begin with. So like the meter fills faster. And then, like I said before, that it's hard to filter out that like background input. You typically, on a typical day, you already have less capacity because of like executive dysfunction and all this other stuff. So you already have less capacity. And then if you're dysregulated, emotional dysregulation, because emotional stimulus is a factor in getting overstimulated. If you're dysregulated, you're that much closer to already being overstimulated.
Like if you're having a bad day or you're...
Yeah. So what causes overstimulation? Think of your senses.
All of them?
All of them.
All 6.
Well, there's more than 6, but yes, we can talk about the 6.
The 6th sense?
The 6th sense.
The seeing ghosts?
No. Your 6th sense is proprioception.
Dead people.
No. You're thinking of Bruce Willis.
Yeah, what's the kid's name?
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, what a guy.
Let's not spoil it.
I think I already did.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Moving on. Sensory triggers.
Yeah.
Sound is one of them. So anything from like you're hearing too many conversations at one time, or there's a lot of background noise. I know I've seen a lot of videos recently about like mom is overstimulated, mom is about to freak out, and dad comes in and shuts off the fan. But specifically the range hood fan, that sound, something about it, it's like...
It's piercing.
It's so loud.
Yeah.
And it fills up the whole space. So that sound specifically, but like that's a background noise. And when there's too many background noises,
You can only handle so many. Yeah.
repetitive sounds, I'm thinking of like when the kids say the same thing over and over and over again, or make the same sound over and over and over again.
Do you know that you're making that sound?
We ask that question multiple times a day in our house. Hey, buddy, do you know that you're making that sound?
Dude.
And then there's like pitch and frequency. So like if something is too high pitched, so that's sound. There's also visual stimulation.
Oh, yeah.
So bright lights, fluorescent lights, visual clutter can be overstimulating. Touch. This is really common.
Lots.
Like clothing, tags in your clothing, the texture.
The one string in the sock.
That makes you feel itchy. Yeah, your sock line not being across your toes properly.
Yeah.
Temperature, if you're too hot.
Yes.
For me, if I'm too cold, I'm like, I can't think about anything else.
Really? I am the opposite there.
I know that if you're too
I
hot.
shut down.
You do shut down when you're hot. Oh, I didn't think about this when we said clothing before, but if it's too tight.
Yeah.
If I'm uncomfortable
And it's
because my
restrictive
clothing is
or-
too tight.
Yeah. Constrictive, restrictive.
Both.
Yeah.
Another one is people touching you. People
Oh, yes.
touching me. Don't touch me. Stop touching me. Sometimes I get so touched out. It was really bad, I think, when the kids were toddlers. I would get touched out really easily.
You would. Not bad.
No, it wasn't like I wasn't angry at them or
No.
anything. It was just they were on me all day, especially when I was nursing,
Yeah.
when I was still breastfeeding
Oh, yeah.
our youngest.
Yes.
And we also had a toddler at the same time who wanted to be on me all the time.
Yeah.
That like the sensation of breastfeeding and the sensation of like being climbed on was so much for me. I would need breaks.
I think this is when I first remember us almost explaining to our oldest what like that neurodivergence is and what to be aware of. Because we'd say, Mommy's touched out, and she would grasp that.
Yeah.
And she would understand that and know that it's time to be on Daddy for a while or something like that. So, yeah, absolutely.
Smells, strong perfumes, food smells. If the house smells bad, that's a big thing for me. I went to drop the kids off this morning. I came back and I had been like nose blind. I walked back into the house. It smelled like a broccoli fart because we had broccoli the other night and there was
In the
broccoli in
trash.
the trash. I walked back in to the house after being out of the house for a little bit,
You hork?
and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took the trash out immediately. Immediately. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And it lingered in the house for a while, so I was still like smelling it for a little while.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like, thankfully there wasn't that much else going on, but if it smells bad in the house and it's loud and it's cluttered and this, I'm like, that's definitely, I'm overstimulated for sure.
Yeah.
Food smells, cleaning products.
See, I get headaches from those. I don't know that I've ever had a smell that's overstimulated me. I don't know that I've ever made that connection for me. And maybe the headache is, but I felt like that was more of a,
Like a physical
this is not good for me, or my body is not reacting to it well. Yeah.
taste. I don't get this one as much, but overwhelming flavors and unexpected textures. If you're expecting one thing and you get another thing, that can trigger like overstimulation. And then proprioception, this is a big one for me.
Dead people.
Proprioception, or like vestibular, your vestibular sense is like being jostled, like your movement, your inner sense of balance and movement. So like being in a crowd, being jostled by people, or like, I'm trying to think of an example.
Like your center of gravity?
Yeah,
Like motion sickness as well, or no?
I would say yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, when I'm in the car with someone who's driving and they go like
Yeah.
on the gas pedal, I'm like, you have to stop doing that. If you do it once or twice, that's fine. But if that's how you drive, it's like, that is so overstimulating to me.
Yeah.
That repetitive movement of my body just like rocking back and forth, like I don't, and I have no control over it.
No.
That drives me nuts. Examples.
Give me an example.
So an example like from our kids would be, our oldest would get really overstimulated after bath time.
We've talked about this.
The stimulation of bath time itself, like the water and the playing and the
washing.
soap and the like, all that goes into it. And then it was like that towel was the last straw. And so she would like flip out.
A complete meltdown.
Complete, yes.
Yeah. That was tough to watch and to be part of.
But it was every time.
Yeah.
Every time. And it was no matter what we tried.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have a bath.
Gotta.
And you
Try a
gotta
different
dry
towel.
off. Yeah, we tried everything.
Warm the towel. Do a little song before coming out.
Nope. Her pediatrician was like, try like putting lotion on her.
Yeah.
That did not go well. Another example for me, I have two, is if I'm wearing something and I'm uncomfortable, it's all I can think about. It's all I can think about. And to the point where like if I'm at work and I'm uncomfortable, I will call you and be like, I need you to bring me this particular item of clothing because I know that's the only thing that's going to keep me off
Yeah.
of this overstimulation train that I'm on right now. And the other thing that really overstimulates me is Ross.
The store?
Yes. Something about that place. I walk in there and it's the lighting and the music, and it's always a mess and it's always dirty and nothing makes sense. Nothing is where it should be.
I feel like this is the same for some Goodwills for you as well.
Some thrift stores,
Yes.
period.
Yeah.
Like it will.
It depends on how they have things put together and who owns the place, because they're the ones choosing how it's being put together,
Right.
you know?
It's
Yeah.
that some thrift stores really do
So bad.
overwhelm me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about, it's like Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls.
Yeah.
Those three places. I can't go in a Walmart without a headache from
Yeah.
the lights, and like people are always bumping into you in a Walmart. Like, no, I can't do it. So those are my big examples.
Yeah. For me, the temperature is a big one for me.
Yeah.
I've noticed that if I'm in the car, I don't know why, any car over 72 degrees, I start to feel myself like spiraling a bit. So I like to keep the temperature at 68, 69.
Nice.
And like that's a sweet spot for me. And if AC's not working, like I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. And there was a few times at my work where we didn't have AC, or like I am dreading going into the summer at the service center because we have to leave that door open most of the time and we don't have AC in there that's working right. And it gets to 75, 80, 85. Outside it's 90. And I'm like,
We need to get you some frog togs.
what?
Those cloths that you get wet
I think I have one at
and
work now.
put on your neck
Yeah.
and it cools you down.
But yeah, it gets to a certain point where it's not even that I can't focus. I can't function. I am sweating profusely and I can't think straight and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's too much. The other thing at work now, it's better now. They fixed it, but we had a compressor, huge compressor that essentially runs the store. And it would like essentially overheat and have to release. And that release would sound like just a rushing of air.
That would drive me.
But it would go on for minutes at a time, and it would pop, and it would go for those few minutes, quiet down, and then it would stop, and then maybe 15 minutes it would do it again. And it got to a point where I almost wanted to ask for, like, if I could work somewhere else, like a different store, until this got figured out, because I got end of the day, it was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
And I had to put earphones or earbuds in so that it would cancel out some of that noise. But it was loud enough that it would short the earbuds that had the noise canceling.
So you would hear it through.
Yeah. Or it would like shut that off because it was like, that's too loud for me to be able to cancel that noise out. And it was too much. And like, I look over at, some of my colleagues or the techs are still working. They're like, man, that's really annoying, isn't it? I'm like, it's way beyond, I gotta go.
Well, that's the thing. There's a difference between I don't like this and I cannot.
I would start sweating and like, that's all I could hear. And I was waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aside from that, it's people touching me. Like, especially, I've talked about this too, like poking me on one side. I just like then trying to feel even and all that. It's awful.
That's that like proprioception, like vestibular, you feel uneven, you feel unequal.
Yeah, that.
Well, okay, so we have the sensory input, right? And then we also have like the emotional and the cognitive input. So if there's like too many decisions that you have to make, that can cause overstimulation. If you have too many tasks and you're task switching back and forth, that can cause overstimulation. If you're masking, if you're doing like a social
Oh no.
masking all day, that can cause overstimulation. If you're processing intense emotions, so if something big happens and you are dealing with like big emotions, that can cause you to be overstimulated.
That makes a lot of sense.
If you have like high anxiety or if you're worrying about something, if you are like ruminating on something, that can cause overstimulation. So you have like the sensory thing, you have the emotional thing, you have the cognitive thing, and this can all like accumulate.
Sure.
It's almost never for me one big thing that happens. It is almost always small things that add up throughout the day or throughout like over a couple of days.
Yeah.
That will cause me to like start to shut down.
And then a bad night of sleep.
That's all it takes.
And then the next morning, it's all bets are off. Yeah.
Anything could happen this day. So like last episode when we were talking about the most likely to completely lose their shit over a minor inconvenience, that's me because, and I think I mentioned this last week, that it's like, that's usually like the last thing in a string of things.
It's not like one minor inconvenience and then like nothing else happened. That's
right.
No other context. Like that is the context. One minor thing. My sandwich didn't come with ketchup. Meltdown. Like, no, there's other stuff that happened. This was a thing that was supposed to be safe. This was the one sacred thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
My drink fell. My Dr. Pepper was Coke.
See, the taste thing. I was expecting one thing and I got something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's the combo, the combo.
Combo.
Sensory, emotional, cognitive. So for example, I'm trying to figure out dinner. So I'm trying to make a decision. The kids are being loud, so I'm having sensory input.
Those kids.
I'm already tired from a long day of work, so that's depleted capacity.
Indeed.
Those things all added together, you come home from work, you walk in the door, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. You have to take over. And you're like, I just got here.
Yeah.
I just arrived.
What is stimming?
I'm so glad you asked.
Are you?
Yeah, I am, because I think that like overstimulation is kind of a joke on social media right now. Like I have done this as well, where I'm like, that's my new vocal stim,
Oh, sure.
you know.
Yeah. Well, now that I have a name for it, like there wasn't a name for it before. It was just like, this is stuck in my head,
Yeah.
or I can't get this out, or, whatever.
Yeah.
But now, like, it has a name, so
Yeah.
that's a little bit easier.
Stimming is just shorthand for something that's called self-stimulatory behavior.
Okay.
And it is repetitive movements, repetitive sounds, repetitive actions, repetitive behaviors that a person engages in to help them regulate. This is not just autistic people. Everyone stims. Just some people do it to a higher degree and some people do it more visibly.
Okay.
But everyone has like self-stimming or self-soothing behaviors that they engage in.
Yeah. Well, and now there's so many toys.
Like fidget
and
toys. Yeah.
Little ouchies, the little tubes that make noise, little crunchy this, little
Fidget
pop
spinners.
that, little
Yeah.
bubble things.
And one of the reasons that people stim is to release the excess energy when they are overstimulated.
Oh, to put it somewhere.
To put it somewhere. So it's releasing excess energy, or if you're understimulated, to provide some of that sensory input that you need. So it just depends on what you need and when, basically, that determines how you're stimming. It's a method, a strategy, basically, for regulation.
That makes a lot of sense. I don't know that I've ever thought of it as understimulated and using them in that way.
Yeah.
What are do you have like a go-to, or is there something that you normally do when you're stimming?
I think that picking at my fingers is a stimming behavior.
Okay. Yeah.
Once we started this podcast and I started editing this podcast, realized that I too have echolalia.
Yes.
And so repeating sounds back is another stim, another stimming behavior.
They used to get me in a lot of trouble.
Not with me.
With you. You would think I was making fun of you all the time when I was...
Yeah, because you would do it in a mocking voice.
I wasn't. I was just repeating to the best of my ability, and that's like how it was hearing in my head. It wasn't mocking you.
Well, you were doing it.
Because I would hear it and I would go... The thought was, a lot of times it's almost like it sounds fun, or I wonder if I can do that. And then the attempt just happens. Like it's already happening.
Yeah. When I'm doing it, when I'm repeating what you're saying something and I'm like affirming what you're saying. I'm just saying the same thing after you. I'm not attempting to say it in the same way as you. I'm not doing your voice.
Right.
You are doing my voice.
I was.
And when I would say something and you would go, when I would say something, that's what it sounded like to me.
Man,
So-
dear readers.
so that's why-
not what I was trying to do.
So that's why you would get in trouble for it, because
Yeah,
it felt like mocking.
I wasn't trying to. I promise.
Okay.
It really was like almost a curiosity. If I could be a parrot,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah. Well,
I appreciate you stopping when I asked you to stop.
yeah, I haven't done it.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. What else do you do? Are those the two big ones?
I'm sure there's other stuff that I just don't notice. I don't know if this is like, I think it is stimming, but like I love being under a million blankets, like getting under a million blankets and getting really like where it's really heavy and really hot. And I like that.
Yeah, you do.
So I think that's one.
Yeah. Not me.
No, you don't like to be hot.
Nope.
You do cricket feet
When?
in bed
Like, what do you mean? What is cricket? Like
like this.
you can't put it on the camera.
This.
Yeah, I do that.
You do that all the time in bed.
Yeah, I almost can't help it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. That doesn't bother me. You do that.
Yeah. I feel like I do a lot with my hands.
Yeah, you fidget. You bounce your leg also.
Yeah, I can't help it.
I know.
Kids think it's a really fun game. And then so often they're like, keep going. I was like, With what? What are you talking about? Bounce your leg. What? And then it's oh, got it. Okay. Yeah.
That was not for your
Was it
entertainment.
for you? Otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty much always moving. I actually at work I have a stool because I was hopping in and out of the chair so often. And we've got desks that are really high top desks. And so I'll stand, sit, stand, sit, stand, sit. And the chair was like, I have to like jump into the chair to get into it. And it was really uncomfortable. So it's a stool that I have because that's me.
Because you got your little accommodation.
Yeah.
I think that also something that I do that is a stim, but it's not like a repetitive behavior is at night when I'm going to sleep, I will put my pillow, I'll like hold a pillow right here, and I like the pressure that the pillow puts on my torso. Like I think that I like that sensory input, like that pressure.
Yeah. I always feel left out.
Sorry.
That's all right.
She would rather
I
snuggle
would
the
rather
pillow.
snuggle a pillow.
Sometimes the cat.
No, sometimes you'll do the pillow and then the cat. I'm over here like, what did I do?
Nothing. I just need to be able to squeeze it.
Yeah, I feel let you do that.
Stimming versus fidgeting.
Uh-oh.
The difference between fidgeting and stimming is sometimes there's not a difference. Sometimes fidgeting is stimming.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, well, I think that fidgeting is almost always unconscious, though. Like you're not aware that you're doing it necessarily.
That makes sense. I've been told I'm very fidgety.
You are very fidgety, but I don't think you know that you're doing it unless
No.
someone calls your attention to it.
Correct.
Stimming can be conscious. You can decide to stim,
True. Yeah.
like with the fidget
Fingers.
toys or whatever.
Yeah.
I also think that fidgeting is a little bit more socially acceptable than stimming. Stimming has sort of a connotation. I also think that certain types of stimming are more socially acceptable than other types of stimming. Like leg bouncing is like pretty much fine unless you're irritating someone specific.
I was going to say, unless you're at the table at the library and it's
Right.
everybody's like, I'm trying to read. I'm so sorry. Unaware.
So leg bouncing is generally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hand flapping is generally considered weird. And that is a really common stim in autistic people, hand flapping.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I think that it is associated with autism. And so it has this connotation of like being weird. Chewing gum is a stim. And that's fine.
Interesting. Yeah.
Verbal stims are weird. Chewing gum is fine, but verbal stims are weird. So me saying Lilu Dallas multipass 25 times a day is weird.
Who said it's weird? Someone who hasn't
Society.
Someone who hasn't seen Fifth Element.
This matters because if you would be stimming, but you're not because you know that people will think it's weird, that's
Oh.
masking. You're masking.
Crap.
Like, obviously, sometimes there's going to be times when it's inappropriate.
Oh, sure.
If I'm at a funeral, I can't just
First thing
say
into my mind.
Lilu Dallas multipass while they're giving the eulogy.
Lilu Dallas multipass. Lilu Dallas.
You know,
Yeah.
you gotta pay attention to.
You gotta rein it in.
You gotta read the room a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a bummer. I'm realizing there's a lot of times when I'm just
Forcing.
yeah, or I can notice specifically when I'll do the hold it in. Yeah.
So, stimming is a method of managing overstimulation.
Okay.
That's not the only way to manage overstimulation, though.
How else do you?
Leave.
I wish.
Get up and leave. Leave the room.
All right. See you guys.
If you can, removing yourself from the situation.
Okay.
Reducing the input. This one is, I think, the one that I do the most. Putting on my headphones,
Yeah.
my noise canceling headphones. Putting on my migraine hat
Sure.
sometimes. And then there's pressure. So like the weighted blanket, hugging the pillow, squeezing something,
Mm-hmm.
getting a tight hug from someone else, counting slowly, putting cold water on your face or on your wrists or on the back of your neck, or
Bringing you.
holding an ice cube or something that really like grounds you and connects you to your body.
Okay.
And then movement is another good one. So like
Oh yeah. That makes
Just
sense.
walking around or stretching or getting up and shaking it out. My friend Kat calls it the dead bug rave, laying on your back and flailing your limbs around. That's a really good way to manage overstimulation, doing a dead bug rave.
I'm trying to think where I would do that.
On the bed.
Okay. I'm at work in my head.
Yeah, you probably can't do it at work.
Just like, Elliott's on the bathroom floor
Ew.
doing the dead bug rave.
Ew. That's gross. Not the bathroom floor.
This is the only place where there isn't like traffic coming through.
Okay, so that's managing. There's also ways to prevent overstimulation. You cannot prevent it all the time, every time.
Okay.
But there are ways to prevent it. So knowing your triggers.
Yeah.
So that you can reduce them wherever possible. Managing your capacity, watching your schedule, right? Like not scheduling stuff on days where you already have a bunch of stuff scheduled. Build in breaks where you can. And then change your environment. So like making your environment more sensory friendly. Seeing if you can dim the lights somehow. Reduce the clutter, which I've been really struggling with this the last few days because my mom and I brought all of the clothes downstairs to swap out the summer and winter clothes. And there have been like 8 baskets of clothes on the living room floor right in front of where I sit to work for like a week. And I see that and it's so much visual clutter. I'm just like,
Me.
Yeah. Let's say you had a bad day. You're overstimulated. You have had your shutdown or your meltdown. How do you recover afterward?
This is after I've gotten home.
Yeah.
How is the drive?
Regular.
Oh no. For me, I'll oftentimes like sit in the car for a little bit. I'll either finish the song that I'm listening to or the bit that NPR is like finishing up, so I can complete that, and then I'll turn it off the car. Sometimes I'll sit in silence unless it feels loud. Then I won't do that. I'll immediately leave the car. I'll come in depending on how the kids are. Sometimes the oldest will meet me at the door with a hug, and that's really nice. Sometimes I'll be greeted with the youngest saying something like, "Dad, can we fill in the blank?" And I struggle a lot with that because it's like, I really want to, and I want to give him everything. And then there's a part of me that's like, I need something else before I can do that.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it is some sort of escape by a video game that I know that I'm good at.
Yeah.
So that I can win a few things and then like put headphones on and be in that space for a bit, removed from everything else. Yeah. Sometimes I need to get out of the clothes. If it's a bad day, I need to get out of those clothes because those clothes were bad.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I love to just be alone.
Yeah, you tell me you need to be in a cave.
I need to be in a cocoon.
A cocoon, yes.
I need to go in my cocoon. That's what I need after
big days.
After big, hard, heavy days. Yeah. Trying to push through it never, ever, ever, ever works. It makes it worse.
Every time.
Every single time.
Yeah, I've never pushed through it and been like, wow, I'm glad I did that.
Wow, I feel so much better.
Unless like I get like it was a deadline, but when it comes to overstimulation, no, absolutely not. It's going to be a long one.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe we do like a part 2.
That's fine.
Because I do want to talk about like, what do you do when you can't remove yourself?
Yeah.
What do you do when it's your job that's
Right.
overstimulating, or your children and you're the
lot.
primary caregiver?
Yeah.
What do you do when it's your kids? I think that's so difficult, and I think there's so much shame for parents around. My kids are overstimulating to me, and I feel like a shitty parent because my kids are overstimulating to me.
I'm supposed to be the safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanna address that, but we are pretty much at time. And I also do want to address like the accessibility issue because not everyone can accommodate their needs
Oh, sure.
in certain, like, for whatever reason. So I do want to talk about that. So let's do a part 2.
Okay.
And maybe we can get some cues from listeners about overstimulation or some like tips on how they deal with overstimulation. Some Q's and A's maybe.
Yeah.
For part 2.
Yeah.
We can add a little Q&A section on the end of part 2.
Ooh, I like that.
But we can wrap it up. This has been episode 12
Really?
of The Cauldron.
11.
No,
12?
pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah, this has been episode 12 of The Cauldron. Thanks for listening. You can find us on Instagram at The Cauldron Pod or our website, thecauldronpod.com.
It's .com.
Thecauldronpod.net. It's .com. I hope that your week is not overstimulating for you. Thanks for being here. We'll hear you next week.
Yeah, you will.